The Suzuki Access has quite a lot going for it. It's got a superb engine that somehow magically blends excellent performance, fuel efficiency, and refinement. It also rides quite well. It's spacious, it's practical, and it packs in a fair few features too. But perhaps the one thing that's stopping you from buying one is its conservative family scooter design. Well, Suzuki has got you covered with this, the new Avenis. Underneath, it's very similar to the Access. They both share pretty much the same engine and chassis, but this Avenis is dressed in a far sportier suit, and you can even get it in this MotoGP-inspired color scheme. So let's see what it's all about. The most striking aspect of this new scooter, and the biggest way in which it differs from the Access, is its design. With an edgy look full of cuts and creases, the Avenis is definitely a rather striking looking thing. And this MotoGP graphics scheme means it wouldn't look out of place in the back of a racing paddock. But it's hard to ignore the similarity to that other popular sporty 125cc scooter, the TVS NTorq. The overall design language, proportions and shape are exceedingly similar to the TVS, and this still being a new scooter that's uncommon on our roads, we were even asked once whether it actually was a newer modified NTorq. The next step is finding out whether the Avenis has the go to match its show. There's very little that Suzuki has done in the engine department to differentiate the Avenis from its more sensible-looking sibling. And that's not really a bad thing. It's the same 125cc engine in the same state of tune, so you get the same output figures at the same RPM. You've got 8.7 horsepower and 10 Nm on tap, which is quite healthy. But it would have been nice if Suzuki had given this sportier-looking scooter a little extra performance to go with its more aggressive looks, even if that meant slightly sacrificing on refinement or fuel efficiency. Considering the similarities, it's unsurprising that the Avenis feels quite similar to the Access and the Bergman in terms of performance, which means it's quite a quick scooter and feels rather zippy in the city, backing up its looks to some extent. It can also sit pretty at 70 to 80 kph on the highway, smoothly cruising along thanks to its almost EV rivaling levels of engine refinement. But it's still not quite as quick as something like a TVS NTorq Race XP, and it's a little disappointing that it's not any quicker than the other Suzuki scooters. It is a good deal more fuel efficient than the NTorq though, delivering the excellent efficiency levels that this engine is known for. The similarities to the Access extend to the chassis department as well. The Avenis gets the same frame, suspension, brakes, wheels and tyres. And once again, the benefits are quite similar. This is a scooter that rides pretty well, and you get a pretty absorptive suspension setup that works well on our roads to keep you quite comfortable. But once again, perhaps Suzuki would have done well to deviate from the Access's formula a little by offering a sportier riding experience to go with the racier looks and intent. Right now, the handling is still pretty numb and vague, and fatter rubber and a 12-inch rear wheel would have gone a long way in aiding the high-speed stability. As things stand today, in terms of ergonomics, ride and handling, the Avenis is extremely similar to the Access. What that means is you get a similarly spacious riding position, with a roomy floorboard and tall handlebars that won't foul with the knees of even taller riders. The seat is quite wide too, and overall you're sat in a pretty comfortable place. And it's only after a few hours of riding that your backside begins to feel some pain. There's a good amount of storage space under the seat, and a couple of stowage spaces on the back of the apron as well, one of which features a USB charger. But similar to the Access, while the fuel filler is external, it has to be opened using a key slot near the pillion grab rail, meaning that you will have to get off the scooter to fill it up. Other features include a Bluetooth-equipped fully digital instrument console, an LED headlight and tail lamp, and a side stand cutoff. But the lack of a boot light is a little disappointing. In terms of price, the standard color options cost Rs 86,700, while this race edition is 1,000 rupees more. This makes it a few thousand rupees more expensive than the Access, but it's still more affordable than the Bergman. As for external competition, the Avenis costs almost exactly the same as the NTorq Race XP, which is a good deal quicker. Summing up, the new Suzuki Avenis is certainly quite a good scooter, but it isn't really doing anything new or offering anything fresh to the other Suzuki scooters aside from its design. All things considered, the Avenis seems like a bit of a missed opportunity from Suzuki. The company's unwillingness to tinker with the Access's formula means that this new Avenis does little more than offer a fresh set of clothes for a scooter that's already offered in 2 other outfits. At the end of the day, its benefits and shortcomings are extremely similar to the other 2 Suzuki scooters. So if the Access's looks are too understated for you and if the Bergman's design is too unconventional, you now have a scooter that's priced between those 2 and offers a sporty but not outlandish design. But if you are in the market for a scooter that offers a truly sporty riding experience, there are more authentic offerings on the market.